All right, Taurus, we in here. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This Cheetah Tarot. I really do appreciate the ones who have been subscribed to my channel for a very long time and returning back. Sorry for the hiatus. Welcome to all the new viewers. Let's go ahead and just get into it. We'll talk more about everything that's going on with me in January, but let's go ahead and talk about Taurus 2021 December reading. What is it that they want you to know? What we got here? Break the chain, ancestral pattern, healing, rewriting the future. So Taurus, what I'm getting is some of y'all are feeling a little bit lost as far as like where you're going, not only with your future, with your destiny, with your calling, what's your purpose. You may have been astrayed. Like, for example, if you was on this path, let's talk spiritual real quick, and then I'm gonna throw that to the side. Let's say a spiritual path. Like you may have went astray from your spiritual path. Or if you may be someone who's coming into awakening. Maybe you have always been a Christian, or maybe you practice Hinduism or something like that, and you went off that, right? Or maybe you was a Buddhist and you went off that path, and you started studying Hindu, something like that, and you just went astray. And let me say this: whatever that happened with that, that's okay. It's okay. If it happened, it happened. If it freed you from something that you felt was dark, or put you in a dark moment or a dark spot in your life, or it did not give you the growth that you was looking for mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, if it wasn't giving you that development that you're here on earth to have some type of life experience. We all say, regardless of our spirituality, life's a test. Regardless of our spirituality, just a regular everyday thing. A lot of people would just say life is like a test, and it comes with challenges. So if you had broke away from something that you felt was negative, or it did not benefit you the way that you wanted to allow it to benefit your life, that's okay. Because I see you guys coming out of the cave. That's why. Coming out of the cave and being free. And you may still look back and question your decisions, right? You may still just question that. It's going to be your choice. Only you know what's fitting for your life. Only you know what's fitting for your life and your life path and your destiny. Let's go ahead and get into the deck. Let's get into the cards. Also, when it's coming to breaking ancestor behavior or patterns as such, it could be you guys also, you may have came from poverty. You may have been poverty stricken, and you're trying to learn how to gain more wealth. It could be entrepreneurship, because I do see some of you Tauruses having money issues. You're having some money problems, and you're trying to figure a way out how to break that pattern. And I'm not saying that you're poverty stricken, but it could have been a lot of things that happened to Taurus during the pandemic. It could have been a whole lot of things. It was a shutdown. It was a major shutdown. You probably did lose your job. It probably put you in a place where you was overanalyzing, overthinking, and it caused triggers. It caused you to be in a place where you was doubtful of yourself, or also a self-imprisonment. Now, also, this could have been the behavior of the pandemic of being in the shutdown. So being stuck at the house like that. And towards your what? Your earth, you want to be in nature. You want to be by the trees. You want to be in the park, or you want to be by the beach, by the sea, by the ocean, anything, right? You're earth. You're part of nature. That's in your element. That's in your DNA. Whatever you've been going through here, if it's some type, but I do feel like it's self-imposed. I'm not gonna lie about that. I do feel like it's self-imposed. I do feel like some of you Tauruses going into the year 2022, I would recommend a lot of you guys to try to stray away from a tarot card reading, or if y'all have like these sites y'all go to, like what's that, like California Psychics, stop going to these little platforms, YouTube and all that, for psychic and tarot card readings. You really need to invest that money into a therapist, Because we can also look at tarot card reading sometimes being a poor man's therapist. It is what it is. Because a lot of times when you're calling up those agencies and you're trying to talk to those psychics, like a Miss Cleo type thing, Miss Cleo, you know, you got to re-educate people too. Because what happened with Miss Cleo, yeah, you got to re-educate people about tarot card reading and also psychic readings. Like that, I'm not blaming Miss Cleo, but the people that Miss Cleo was working with put a negative spin on tarot card reading and psychic reading and doing also astrology. So it's kind of like you got to re-educate the public on what this all means and how to keep it sacred. Even just looking at this picture here, how to keep tarot reading and psychic reading sacred. It's not sacred like it used to be. Like you can only, like it used to be like someone passed this down to you and they really practice this. Or do I got some rooms? I know I got some rooms somewhere. It's somewhere around here. I got some rooms. But at the same time, it's kind of like you got to re-educate the public when it comes to real tarot card reading, because now people will get tarot card reading. It's about, am I gonna get my boyfriend got back, or I'm gonna get my is this love meant to be, da 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 da, you know. And some people can use it for they like their own benefit, you know, like as far as like, hey, if I put all my money in this stock, will I get the investment that I'm looking for in return? And hey, some people know how to do that very well. Y'all make jokes about why don't psychics go run the lottery, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of them that have, and you just didn't know about it. Like if I knew for a fact I was winning a whole lot of money just doing numbers with my tarot cards, you think I'm really just gonna go public and say, yeah, I'm a psychic and I be winning it through my visions? No, who's gonna tell that? But going back to what we talking about, Taurus, there we go with the Hermit. Like I said, instead of like putting your money into tarot cards and also look on YouTube for all these other tarot card readers, what you really want to go to is in the year 2022, find out what's really triggering you, what's really bothering you, what are you trying to break free from, you know, what's knee deep. I really would recommend a therapist or a psychiatrist for you here to help you get the healing that you want to get, or that you're seeking, or that's very still unknown to you, or what's still having you in a mindset of being stuck in this skunk or some shit, something like that. I'm not trying to cuss. But let's go ahead and take a deeper look. I know this is probably for a small few, and I know it feels like I went on a rant, but I had to say that, you know, because I do see you guys breaking away from old passages. I mean, not passages, from old ways of being or old walks of life. I do see you breaking away from that, but you may be having a struggle on, am I choosing the right thing by doing this, by letting this go? Am I still on that right path? Only you will be the deciding factor. It's your life to live. I don't care what tarot card reader that you go to or what psychic you go to. If you go to back to a pastor, if you go back to a messiah somehow, if you go to a monk and you talk with them, only you will still be able to make the determination. Only you will know. Only you can prevent forest fires. All right, let's go. I have here is the Ace of Swords. I do feel like y'all will get some clarity on the mind if you are this person or this individual that I'm speaking with, or it could be a group or collective that will watch this video and it would make sense to them and you did not click off yet. I do feel like you'll have some more clarity, or you'll find the answer that you're looking for in the next few days. I feel like it'll come to you, like it may come like an epiphany, or it may come to you as a sign. You know, like, you know, if you feel like it's signs or signs from the divine. As far as like, I'm not trying to do like the number thing, but some people see the numbers a lot: 222, 777, 999, you know, da da da. But if you see an actual bird like laying on your porch or something like that, that's a sign. Man, I have a remarkable story about a bird that landed on my porch. And I should have just took that picture because it would bring more it would have had proof behind my story. But I never took that picture, and I regret that. But the way that it happened was so crazy. It was kind of just like this. It was just I just know it was a sign from the divine or from my ancestors. I definitely know that for a fact. That was for fact. Ace of Swords, Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords. Somebody was telling you the truth. Like if you were with a certain psyche or with a certain type of tarot card reader, they was telling you the truth about some things here. They was not putting you in a fantasy or anything like that. It was some truth that was being spoken to you about it. But something didn't follow through. You may be gifted yourself. Some of you Tauruses may be gifted yourself where you have the sight to see. But I do want to say this: it may still be in a state where it's still being developed. I still say that you may be going through still some type of development with how you see the future, how you can make future predictions, or how you can read a person. If that's the case, if you're still trying to read people or trying to get insight, I do still see that it's a little muddy or it's still not as solid because water is loose, right? Lucid or it's just liquid. And if you pour that water in your hand, it goes down. That doesn't mean that you don't have a sight. It just means it still needed more work on. It needed to be tangible a little bit more. And that's good. You just need a little bit more work here, Taurus. I do see that you guys need a little bit more work. What else do I have? I have here Six of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and then the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles being clarified with Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands being clarified with the Moon card. The Six of Pentacles is being clarified with the Nine of Swords. Once again, I still see the money issues. I do apologize sincerely to some of you Tauruses if you're going through it. See if you can try to talk with your local department as far as like maybe you need to get a stipend or maybe some rental assistance or maybe some food stamps or maybe they still have some type of workforce that can help you put you into a job or get you a better job. um, some type of program. You may have to go through some type of government assistance to get what you're needing. Some of you may be in debt right now. If you have a house or a mortgage payment, you may be a little bit behind. But what I would advise here with the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, talk with your people. Let them know. Continue to speak with them. Don't let it just notices popping up on the door. Contact them and talk with these people, even though yeah they're gonna still hassle you for the money and they may not sound too friendly over the phone, but a response is better than no response coming from their end. This can also be with other creditors or collectors. Okay, if it could be you owe some student loan forgiveness is almost coming up in January. You need to prepare yourself for that. Also, if it's just like if you owe like payday loans, or if you have a line of credit that went to a collector, you need to talk with anybody that you owe money to. Start arranging that. For a lot of you Tauruses, okay, so number one message is I would recommend going to a therapist or going to a psychiatrist. Why? It's because you want to get your mental health back into a place where you're able to take on life challenges. Number two for you Tauruses, what I would like for you to do is start working on a plan on budgeting your money, creating some type of way where you can get some of these bills off you, get some of these collectors off you, so it won't hit your wages. If you do have a job, you don't have like somebody trying to garnish your paycheck per month. Um, if third, I want to say for some of you Tauruses, please, if you can, go and try to find some type of government aid or government assistance to help you financially get over some of these hard times and these struggles. Yeah, you're in the dark of course you're in the dark. It's because you're not making the correct plans to get you out of certain situations. You still may be waiting on something mystical to happen, but it's not going to happen without your effort. You have to take the initiative as an adult. And I apologize if that sounds rude, but we here now. Like, it's no more playing games. You're at that age. I don't care if you even are 20 or 25. You're still at that age to where you should have some type of responsibility on your life, and you're becoming more of an adult. You're maturing now, and things are just not going to go away because you get that bill in the mailbox and you just throw it to the side. What you think going to happen? Those people are still, even though they went to the next person and sent out another mail, another letter to them, another notice to them, or they went on to the next person to call because that's on their checklist. Trust me, you just drop down to the bottom of the list, because when they reach that final name, they back to you. They back to you to give you either a letter, a notice, or a phone call to ask where the money at. And if you're struggling with some bills, I'll drop a link where you can try to do some work from home, because if you're watching YouTube or something, you close to an internet source. If there's a will, there's a way. Really try to do something to turn your life around here, Taurus, because it is that time to take that next chapter. Because I see a lot of you still waiting on something to happen. If you're waiting on a stimulus, it ain't coming. If that's the case, because I can talk about government assistance right there with services, and then with the moon, like maybe they'll get me out, like rental. No, they holding back. It's over with. Like month to month free check, something like that. It's over with, baby. It's over. If you need somebody to tell you, it's over. Is it going to be another lockdown? I don't know. But even if it was, I don't see them checks being released like they were released in 2020. PPP, where was the EIDL? Unemployment was people getting $1,000 dropped on them. And that was the time. I'm going to tell you right now, the government did that in a way to give that money to get y'all off y'all feet. They did that in a certain way. So if you still right here, you're getting left behind. That's what the picture is painting for you, Taurus. Don't get left behind. We was talking about breaking generational curses, breaking some type of bad ancestor behavior. Like I said, you may not have been really poor all your life. You may not, but it may be some family members around you that still live in a certain way where they don't have financial literacy, and you're trying to do that, but it's still willing you in somehow. It's still keeping you in that type of mindset or performing those actions. Remember, we were talking about behavioral patterns. So it may be having you spend money in places that you don't need to spend to, or it may have triggered, like when you get credit, maybe you put that in your child's name. I don't know if you can really still do that, but I'm just giving you an example. And your parents ignored that for what, 18, 20 years. And you had to be the one responsible on how to clear that debt, because your mother had you or your father had your name wrapped up in long-term debt. Okay, so what they did, they ignored it. So what kind of triggered that cause in you, or what it instilled in you, in your, I can say subconscious, what that instilled to you mentally to ignore bills? Because if they have long-term debt and they never did nothing about it, you didn't see them on the phone talking to collectors, talking to agency, making payment plans. They didn't set their bills in order. That was passed down to you. So that's why it got you wrapped up like this. So what can we do, Taurus? I'm telling you, just make the plan. Just start January. Just go ahead and start. Just start. It's going to be a slow walk, but it's better than doing nothing. That's what it's telling me right here. It's better than doing nothing and sitting there, sitting in the dark, waiting to sit and twiddling your fingers. like something's going to happen. Like maybe maybe Biden will say this, maybe some type of infraction would happen to where, hey, we'll get some money. No, you got to be the adult here and take the initiative. Real business, serious business right now. We got to start making a plan to get you out of this situation. You don't want to be like this anymore. You can barely sleep. You're having panic attacks, worrying about, man, they're going to take something out of my check, or I'm going to have enough in my check to pay the bills. How am I going to make it for 2 weeks off $20? That's exhausting. That's tiring. That's not what you want. It's not. You don't want this life no more. So break away from this pattern of behavior. Break away from this. Hey, Taurus, let me end it like this. The way the message is being presented to you is letting you know that you can do it. There's no can't. That's my final say so about this. It's letting you know that you can change your life for the better. You just got to get the ball rolling. You may have to do some researches. You may have to do some YouTube watching videos. You may have to do some Google searches and read some articles or read the law. You may have to do something. But you got to put in the work, point blank period, to get you out of these situations where you're still worried about what's going to happen next with your finances, why I'm not financially stable, where I want to be at the age 25, 35, 45, 55. You got to start working on this now because you do got plenty of time, because what is going to be your retirement plan? They already talking about taking Social Security away. And you can be rich. If some of y'all goal is to be rich, you can be rich. There is no such thing as you have a limitation. The same way Jeff Bezos got rich, you can get rich too. Okay? Same way they hyping up Elon Musk, you can do it too. You just got to get out of this mindset that you're going to forever be here. And some of y'all need to just start investing your money. This is the last individual I'm talking to. Some of you just need to invest your money. Some of you do have a harvest that you can invest. Just start investing your money in the right places. You need to research, study, do something, some type of money marketing, some type of skill that you can do. You can do it. It's in your favor. Okay. You just gotta start taking the initiative. All right, Taurus, deuce. That's your reading. I'm pretty sure it's not for a big group of people, but whoever got the message, they got it. Peace. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.